Good evening, everyone. It's Steve Lookner with Right Side Broadcasting. We are coming to you with another one of our updates about what's going on in Iran. It's an important story, and we want to cover it for you and try to tell you what we know. American mainstream media doesn't seem to be covering it much anymore, but we think it's still an important story, and we're going to cover it anyway. So we came on again to try to keep you updated what's going on the last couple of days. By the way, speaking of updated, YouTube has seemed to have one of their periodic notifications problems where they don't send out a notification about this broadcast. At least they haven't yet. So if you know anyone who watches Right Side, who likes our Iran broadcasts, or just you think might be interested in this broadcast, please give them a shout. Let them know we are on the air, because we've had these issues with some of our broadcasts lately where YouTube doesn't tell anyone, and then we get messages from people 5 hours later saying, hey, I missed your live broadcast because YouTube didn't tell me you were coming on the air. So they appear to have not told people we're on the air right now. So if you know people who've been watching our broadcast, give them a shout. Let them know we're live on the air right now. I mean, they can watch it later, but we would prefer them be able to watch it live as we talk about this. And thanks for everybody who's joined us so far, and thank you especially to our moderators. We got JC and Webster and Guinevere all in the chat room. Thank you. And actually, Carl Peterson made a donation already. Carl said 6 OAC for Bully, 0 and others. I don't know what that means, Carl, but we do appreciate your support. And Right Side Broadcasting is a viewer-supported network, so if you'd like to support us, you can go to the bottom of the YouTube chat like Carl did and just click on the $ at the bottom of the YouTube chat, or go to rsbn.tv/donate. So the situation there in Iran, as usual, it's very hard to say what is going on there. And a big reason for this, probably the biggest reason for this, is that the government there has for over a week now been throttling the internet, been throttling cell phone internet, and has been preventing people from using the big messenger services they use there, Telegram and Instagram. Telegram is actually used by about half of Iranians, from what I've read. About 40 million of the roughly 80 million Iranians use it. It's the main way the protesters communicated, but that is still, as far as I've heard, Telegram, Instagram being shut down, internet being throttled, makes it very hard to get information out of there. Also probably to plan protests as well. But definitely hard to get information out of there. So we don't have a great idea about what's going on. Also, I've heard reports saying people are afraid to take video there because they think the authorities might punish them if they catch them taking video. So things are very sporadic coming out of Iran in terms of the video, the reports we get. But, you know, what we try to do is every day or two come on and, having looked at what comes out of there, just take our best guess at what's going on. It's very imperfect, but at least we try to, you know, if we see videos and we haven't seen them before, that's a sign that maybe they're from the last day or two. So we're taking our best guess, but it's very imperfect telling what's going on there. And actually, you know, there are a number of people, we talked about this on our last stream, a number of people who support the protesters in Iran who are calling for countries like America to help get internet for people of Iran to use. We talked about a couple of those hashtags on the last broadcast. I won't talk about it all again, because then you'll be like, why are you talking about the exact same thing again? I think Free Internet for Iran is one of them. Let me just look that up. Here it is. So Free Internet for, the number 4, Iran. And as an example, let me show you like a message. You'll see a bunch of these messages on social media. Like this person a couple days ago, Matab said, please support Iranian protests, hashtag Free Internet for Iran. We need internet. So a lot of people who are in Iran and also supporters of the protesters are hoping someone will help them get their internet service back so they can talk to each other and to get information out about what's going on. Willis already made a donation. Thank you, Willis. He said from it looks like from England, because this is in pounds. He says, good job, Steve Lookner. Thank you, Willis. We really appreciate the donations, and your donations are what allows us to do this. Okay, so even though we have imperfect information coming out of there, there are some things we can talk about that we've seen develop the last couple days, and I kind of want to go through and show you. And overall, So having looked at the different social media and been following the video, the best, if I had to bet as to what was going on there, if I had to bet, given what I've seen, I would bet that there's a much bigger security presence now than there was at the start of the protest. I've seen numerous videos of lots of security out there. Well, I'll show you one in a second. I would bet there's lots more security. There reportedly have been a bunch of arrests of people like students and activists. So between the more security and the more arrests, that seems, and the lack of, and the lack of internet to allow people to organize, all those things seem to have contributed, best I can tell, to a lessening of the amount of protests. Now, I can't be sure of this. It's just you're seeing from everything I've heard. Again, if I had to bet, it's just a guess. It seems like more security, more punishment for people protesting, lack of internet has led to fewer protests. But I can't, guarantee any of this is true. That would be my best guess if I had to bet. Now, what will happen though? I would think eventually they have to Iran has to, allow people to use messaging services again, and allow people to, like Telegram, and allow people to have normal internet again. I mean, I can't imagine what it would do to the commerce, the business of the country, if you kept shutting down the internet indefinitely and shutting down messaging services indefinitely. So I would think at some point they're going to open up these messaging services again and open up the internet again. But when they do that, then this question becomes, will they start protesting again? So for all you know, the protesters have said, well, let's stop protesting for now, and as soon as they open up WhatsApp and Telegram again and they let the internet go be normal again, we'll start protesting again. I don't know. So that's an open question to me, an important question. Let me just real quick, I want to just make sure this question becomes the sound is okay. Okay, the sound sounds okay right now. That's good. And so that's my best guess in summary as to what's happening. But let me, but there are definitely some I don't want to say definitely. It looks like there are protests still going on. I'm going to show you some videos now about that purportedly are of increased security, but also protests still going on. So first of all, let me begin by showing you this. And a number of these videos I'm showing you are videos I've seen in a bunch of places. So this video here is from Iran HRM, and I have seen this video posted by several sources on social media. And let me give you my usual blanket disclaimer about these videos. We can't confirm any of these videos. So I can tell you what I think they are or what people are saying they are, but we can't confirm them. Now, maybe if you're watching and you can have information, maybe you know Farsi, so you know what language, you can hear what they're saying in the videos, or you can say, no, I've been there, I've been to that part of Tehran, that's where they are, and that's today or something. Feel free to write to me. We're going to be taking your comments during the broadcast, as we usually do here, so you can write to me on Twitter, @Lookner, @LOOKNER. But again, you got to take everything with a grain of salt, all the pieces of news, all the videos, because we just can't be sure. We can't confirm this stuff. There's really no Western press outlets I've seen there taking video, as far as I can see. So it's very hard for press to report openly from Iran, and so the press can't confirm it. It's just hard to confirm anything. But I'll show you again. We don't want to stick our head in the sand. We want to actually show you what's purportedly coming out from there and let you decide what to believe about it. So this video I've seen several times, and it supposedly is from earlier today in Tehran. And we've seen there's been a number of videos the last few days that showed lots of security, especially in Tehran. So let me show you this one. It says repressive atmosphere. Now, I don't know if the video really suggests repressive atmosphere, but, well, it does suggest lots of police are there, or security forces. Let's watch this for a second. So that's just one line of soldiers, but I don't know, police, soldiers, security forces. I don't know which they are, but there have been a number of videos coming out of, where people say are driving around and they show you different locations with lots of soldiers in the different locations or lots of security in the different locations. So we've been seeing that. Let me see if I can find you another security video really quickly. There's other videos I have to show you, but I want to see if I can find you one of those real quick. I'll probably not be able to find it now, and then I'll find it later. Oh, this is something else. This is also supposedly in Tehran, also posted by Iran HRM. In this video, it says, no. I'm sorry. That's from 4 days ago. I thought it said 6th day, and I thought it meant January 6th. So I'm not going to show you a video from 4 days ago. Let me look up one more thing before I show you some protest videos. Okay. Anyways, I'll look for that. I'm sure it'll turn up a little later, but for now, I want to show you. I have other videos I want to show you. Oh, actually, I have another one. I have another one right here. See, I prepared and got you some videos queued up. All right, this is another video which was posted today by Babak Tagvi, and it's supposedly of security. This is from BBC Persian originally, and it says, he says, video sent for BBC Persian now shows security forces in Khorramabad. Iran protests are temporarily ended today after Islamic regime deployed nearly all of its security forces to streets of all large and small cities. Tomorrow, regime will hold some victory propaganda rallies again. Now, I can't confirm that is true what Babak Tagvi is saying, but at the same time, I have heard a number of different reports that there's way more security out there than there was, say, a week ago. So let's watch this video, and I'll show you this one. Supposedly, it's from, again, Khorramabad.
امروز شنبه 16 دی‌ماه خرم‌آباد میدان کیو.
So those are security forces. Those are not people out, for, if the video is authentic, it's not people out for like a pleasurable ride on their motorcycle. There are militia, there are security forces who ride around on their motorcycles there, and those are reportedly, according to the video, poster video, all security forces. But even though there are more security forces out, we are still seeing videos which claim to be protest videos, and I want to show you some of that. So, and these are ones I had not seen before, so perhaps that suggests they are from today. Now, why is that one not working? Hang on a second, 1 second. I have a couple of them here, but give me a sec to get this one up. Here is one posted by NCRIFAC, and this says, Iran protests, it says today in Karaj, people chant death to Khamenei. Every night will be the same stuff, protest till we get back our rights. So that's what this claims to be. And let me show you this. That's reportedly Karaj. Karaj is the fourth biggest city in Iran. Again, unconfirmed video. And, there might be a lot more things like that going on that we just don't have video of. Oh, and I found another video of security forces. Let me see if I can pull that up here before we get to more protest videos. Yeah, so this one was posted by Heshmat Alavi, and it says supposedly earlier today and in Baj Nord, northeast Iran, and he says activists reporting major dispatching of security forces, saying they are terrified. Now let's watch the video. I guess it's a video showing security forces there.
اینم یکی دیگه، اینم یکی دیگه، اینم یک بزرگتر، اینم نیسانشون، کلاً ریدن به خودشون دیگه.
Now, I don't understand the language. If a viewer out there understands what he's saying there, feel free to give me a shout on Twitter. You can always give me a shout. We love when you help us translate. So you could always write me on Twitter and say, hey, Steve, that video you showed with the police cars, I know Farsi, here's what the person is saying. If you want to. You can write to me at Lookner on Twitter, at Lookner. So again, we've seen several videos which purportedly show, more security there in Iran. But I want to try to show you a couple more of the protest videos. This was posted by Farnaz Fasihi of the Wall Street Journal, and she claims that this is from Elam, if I'm pronouncing that right, and that these are, I guess, some clashes between protesters and security forces, day 10, which would be today. So let's watch this video. Hang on one sec, guys. It'll keep going in a second. I can't have that music on, so let me go back there though. It looks like what happens in this video. It looks like protesters are throwing like rocks or something at security forces who are on motorcycles, and then at the end they rush the people on the motorcycles who ride away, and then these people run after them at the end, the protesters. That's what it looks like. And again, that was posted by Farnaz Fasihi of Wall Street Journal. And Elam in Iran is a town of a population around a little over 200,000. So a couple of those protest videos. Now look, I will say this though, I haven't seen that video before. And somebody, but a commenter on the video said, this is old. I saw this a few days ago. So maybe it wasn't last night. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's from day 4 or day 6. So I can honestly say I hadn't seen that video before. But it's really hard to say with these things when they're from. And, it's also, I have heard reports. Once in a while I'll see a video and somebody will say, well, it took a while to get that one out because somebody took it a couple of days ago, but they couldn't get it out till now. So now I don't know if that person had seen it before. Well, let me. It's so it's hard to say. I'm sure if I see something and I've seen it 2 days ago, I'm not going to show it to you and say it's from yesterday. But so the stuff I'm seeing is new to at least me. And so I showed you a couple of protest videos. Here's another one that Farnaz Fasihi posted. There's no date given on it. It says it's from Shustar, which would be Shushtar, which is a town of about 200,000 people in Iran. That's where it says it's from. Let's watch this one. Another one I have not seen yet. I mean, I've seen it, but not before today. So it just looks there like you see like a city street, and there's some, looks like some protesters and some security forces on motorcycles. Very short video. Oh, and here's another post that she posted supposedly from today. And it says, this says Iran protest day 10, can't confirm, from Mashhad in Iran. In Mashhad, oops. Just getting a little background for you. There's a Bandar. No, that's not. There's a Bandar-e Mashhad in Iran, which maybe this is, and then that has a population of around 300,000. But let's watch this video. Okay. All right. So far we've seen, I've been showing you that there is this kind of trickle of protest videos coming out from Iran, which suggests some protests are still going on. So hard to say with this imperfect information. Also, there's this kind of steady trickle of videos coming out showing lots of security forces in different areas of Iran. So that seems to be happening. But there's other more specific things I want to talk about. But before I do, I just want to say you're watching Right Side Broadcasting's continuing coverage of the Iran protest and the situation in Iran. This is day 10 of the situation there after the first day of protests. And we want to say thanks to our moderators who are moderating the chat right now. JC and Guinevere are there, and Webster, and also Common Sense and Gleno on the website. Also, we're going to read your comments on the air. So write to me if you have comments at Lookner, at Lookner. I'm going to get to some of your comments in a second. And also just know we are viewer supported. We are not a big company. We're very, very small. And we rely on your donations to stay on the air. So if you like that someone is actually covering the Iran protests, whereas most of the media is kind of ignoring them, and you like having somewhere to turn besides the mainstream media for your news, please consider sending a donation, because that's how we stay on the air. You can donate by going to the bottom of the YouTube chat and click on the dollar sign at the bottom of the YouTube chat, or go to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. Also, don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube. Click the notifications bell. You should get a notification, although when we come on the air, although tonight you didn't for this broadcast for some dumb reason. And also, you can follow us on Facebook if you want, Right Side Broadcasting. Hello to everybody watching on Facebook out there, in addition to YouTube. Let me just check my messages here. One of our viewers, Patrick Hostis, sent me a couple of videos that he had seen. Thank you, Patrick. So, Patrick, I'll share a couple of your videos. Oh, one of the football, the football one was I was going to show anyway, Patrick. I'll get to that in a second. We were talking about videos of security forces, so Patrick sent me another one of those. This is sent, again, like all the other videos, can't confirm them, but this is supposedly security forces going to Azadi Square of Kermanshah. So let's watch this one. I don't believe I've seen this yet ever.
امنیتی رو می‌بینیم که به سمت میدان آزادی میرن. امروز روز جمعه است، ساعت
15 دی‌ماه ساعت 4:40 بعد از ظهر.
برای سرکوب مردم میرن متاسفانه.
Patrick sent me this one. This is a video that I have seen. I think I saw this yesterday too. And I don't know what this is. And this is one of these videos. Hang on a second. So it's supposedly of a soldier being arrested by the security forces. I can't confirm that. I remember when I was looking at this yesterday, I was saying like, I have no idea. Was this today? Was this 3 years ago? I don't know. But a number of people have posted this on social media and say it's a soldier being arrested by the security forces. This says January 3rd, but I can't confirm it, but I'll show it to you. It also says Tehran on it. Can't confirm that.
آقا این چی کار کرده مگه؟ نه آقا دوربینم رو ول کن.
Looks like somebody blocks the camera with their hand. I don't know if that's somebody from the security forces so that video is another one that's been out there on social media. And another video Patrick sent in, which I can't confirm, but I want to talk about is there have been a number of these videos the last few days where there are videos supposedly of funerals of protesters who've been killed in the protests. I've seen a number of those videos on social media saying this is a video of the funeral of X who was killed in this protest in Iran. So as an example, Patrick Hostis sent in this video. It says. Attended the funeral of 2 martyred of the uprising in Masjid Soleiman. So that's supposedly what this is, what this video is. I'll play you a little bit of it. Now, I have to turn off the music because I don't think that's copyrighted music. It sounds like it's live, but sometimes YouTube hears it and it thinks it's copyrighted music, and then it's a whole problem. So I just turned off the sound, but that's an example of one of the funeral videos, supposedly, that's been out there in social media the last few days. Thank you, Patrick, for sending in those videos. David Opp says, I signed up for YouTube for notifications, but I never get it. I always get it from Facebook. Well, YouTube has been having issues sending out notifications for our broadcast lately, and we have contacted them repeatedly, but they can't seem to fix it. So we will contact them again because people didn't get notified for this again. Okay, I wanted to get some more stuff for you guys. So, hang on, let me clean some things up on my desktop here. One other protest I want to talk about is a number of videos came out either yesterday or 2 days ago about a protest taking place at a soccer match there. There are several videos of a soccer match where Iranians were gathered to watch a soccer game and they shouted protest slogans at the soccer match. So I want to show you a little bit of that. Okay, here's one. And these videos have also been posted a number of places on the internet. This particular one is posted by Iran Freedom, and it says, Tabriz during football match tonight. Now, this was posted yesterday, but it says, during football match, scene of a massive protest against the mullah's tyranny with tens of thousands of people chanting against the entirety of religious dictatorship. Let's watch this video.
آذربایجان میلته تشبث بزیلاته آذربایجان میلته
Now, this is another video where if somebody out there speaks Farsi, and they are speaking Farsi in the video, if they are, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what the translation of that video is, because I obviously can't translate it myself. So that was one of the soccer protest videos, but I saw another one too. Here it is. And I think it's the same match, supposedly, because it also says Tabriz on it. This was posted by M. Hanif Jazayeri, and it says, footage coming through of Iran football match today in Tabriz, this is yesterday, that state TV had to interrupt over anti-regime chants by spectators targeting Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei. Here they are chanting that he's a scoundrel, Bisharaf. I guess he's saying Bisharaf means scoundrel. Then he says, activists score a major goal. So let's look at this video, supposedly of the same football match. So they all do seem to be saying Bisharaf. I'm Googling Bisharaf Farsi right now to see if it comes up. According to Urban Dictionary, Bisharaf is the Persian Farsi word for dishonorable. So they all seem to be saying dishonorable. And according to M. Hanif Jazayeri, they're talking about Khamenei, the supreme leader. Let's watch that last video again and see if they're saying Bisharaf in that one. The other one of the soccer game I showed you 2 minutes ago. Here was that last one we saw. No, they're not saying Bisharaf in that. I don't know what they're saying in this one, but it's not Bisharaf. All right, so we talked about the soccer protest videos. And now I want to talk about this meme that started a day or two ago on social media around the protests, and it's the burning the Basij cards meme. So the Basij is a government militia. It's a militia within the Revolutionary Guards. They are the ones who played a big role in forcefully breaking up the 2009 protests. From what I've read, they're known for like riding around on their motorcycles and breaking up protests. They also enforce moral rules in Iran, and I think they might be part of the Revolutionary Guard. I should look this up. Let's see here. It's one of the 5 forces of the Revolutionary Guard, who are seen as like the elite troops and the most stout and devoted troops in Iran. So, but there has been a meme, videos unconfirmed, of course, of people supposedly burning their Basij membership card or ID card because they are not supporting putting down the protests, and they're supporting the protesters. So I want to show you some of those videos just so you can see. There's a lot of them out there. So if you just type in, do a search on Twitter of Basij burning, you get them. So for example, this person, Jamal Ekhtiar, posted acclaimed campaign of members of Basij burning their IDs in this video and chanting, "We don't want unemployment," mostly joined due to unemployment. The scale of campaign unclear yet, but in recent days, videos and photos of them burning IDs. Nice summary, Jamal. Okay, so here is an example of a video of somebody supposedly burning their Basij ID.
نمیخوایم مرد بر دیکتاتور باری نمیخوایم
مرگ بر دیکتاتور
باری نمیخوایم
مرگ بر
Here's another one. This is posted. Who is this guy? Ahmad Batebi. I might have to see if he's posting other videos and stuff. Hang on, let's see if he is. Okay, I'll look at him later. But he posted this one, and it says a powerful video. He is an Iranian American journalist. It says a powerful footage of collapse in Basij repressive forces, one of the 5 forces of the Revolutionary Guard. A member of the Basij burning his ID card and saying, "I used to be a member of Basij, but I kept out of their way when there is no longer any difference between ISIS and head of Basij." Oh, he just says no any, but whatever. So this is again another one of these burning Basij card videos.
من عضو بسیج بودم اما وقتی دیدم کارهای برخی از کله گنده هاشون فرقی با داعشی ها نداره دیگه ازش فاصله گرفتم. الانم کارتم رو آتیش زدم. از همه بسیجی هایی که از بین همه مردم رنجیده هستم میخوام زودتر به مردم ملحق باشن تا دیر نشده. تا کی میخواین این همه ذلت رو تحمل کنین؟ زنده باد آزادی، زنده باد ایران.
Sounds like a female. But I can't be sure. Heshmat Alavi posted this. Iran activists saying more and more Basij members are burning their Basij ID cards. So a lot of these videos. Well, I'll show you one more. This one is posted by Armin Navabi, and it says, a couple burned their Basij Islamic Revolutionary Guard certificate together. Husband, I'm a Basij. This is my wife's certificate of appreciation. We're burning it. We asked Basij members to join the people. Wife, we're also burning images of Khamenei and Khomeini. Claps. And again, unconfirmed that this is authentic, but we'll show it to you. A lot of these videos have been out there lately.
اینم لوح تقدیر بنده خانوممه. آتیش میزنیم. تمام بسیجی عزیز خواهش میکنم قبل اینکه دیر بشه به مردم عزیز ایران بپیوندن.
خامنه‌ای و خمینی هم دیگه دارن بخشش میگیرن.
There you go. So that is the Basij burning ID cards meme that's been spreading the last couple days. And I have a couple more things I want to discuss, but first I want to just check my messages here and make sure I'm caught up. If you have comments, or if you here have heard anything or from Iran that's new, or see new videos out there that you want me to talk about, give me a shout on Twitter at Lookner, at Lookner. You can also follow me there if you like. I post about breaking news all the time, and I'll post about the Iran stuff if I hear big news about it, even when I'm not on the air. So you can follow me on Twitter at Lookner. Oh, and Babak, thank you for sending out a link to this broadcast. And let me repeat, we are viewer supported. Your support is what allows us to be on the air, to be independent media, to cover these protests if we want to, because other people are not covering them, but we think it's important to do so. So if you like Right Side Broadcasting and you want to support us, your donations are what allow us to broadcast. You can donate by going to the bottom of the YouTube chat. There's a little dollar sign. It looks like a gray dollar symbol at the bottom of the YouTube chat next to the emoticon sign. You can click on that and donate that way. Or you can go to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. Okay, let's. So another thing that supposedly happened today, which I wanted to show you about, was protesters attacking the Iranian embassy in the Netherlands. I saw a couple videos about this. This was posted by Boten Kurdistani. He actually wrote to me a couple days ago and said, hey, look at my, oh, here we go. Hey guys, so just a heads up, I need to reset the program, which will take about 30 seconds. So once in a while my program does this. Don't ask me why. It's like they should fix it, but they don't. So the program I used to stream to you, has frozen, and I just need to close the program and open it again. It'll take about 30 seconds. For that 30 seconds, I think what will happen is the picture will freeze, or you'll see a spinning circle, and you might have to refresh the stream. So what sometimes happens is, instead of me coming back, like an ad starts playing. So if you see an ad, just skip. You can skip the ad if you want, or you can refresh the stream. But I'm not going anywhere. I just have to close the program and reopen it. That'll allow me to show you more videos and stuff. So just a heads up. In about 10 seconds, I'm going to close the program and reopen it. I'll be back in about 20 seconds or 30 seconds. I just have to, once I get the program up again. And if you see like something else on your screen or an ad, you can skip the ad, or just know I'm still broadcasting. So find our broadcast again. You should be able to leave your stream and it should come back on. But if there's an ad, just say skip ad, and then the stream will keep going. So I apologize for that. Once in a while this happens. So I'm gonna close the program now and then reopen it. So I will talk to you again in about 30 seconds. Don't go away. All right, hold on. I'm doing it. I'm about to do it right now. Let me get it up here, if I can find it here. Here it is. All right, I'm closing the program now, and I'm restarting it, so you're going to see some sort of frozen picture for like 30 seconds. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I am back. I should be back on the air right now. And the one thing I have to do, though, is I just have to, because when we do that, or when I restart the program, the one bad thing that happens besides it freezing for 30 seconds is that the Facebook ends the stream. So I need to just give me 30 more seconds so I can start the Facebook stream again. It'll be very quick, but I just need to start it up here again. Let's see. Live coverage, Iran protests, day 10, continued. So we are back. Thank you for your patience, guys. Sorry about that. Once every like 7 or 8 streams, we have this thing where I have to restart the program. All right, I'm just getting the Facebook stream started again so those people can watch. You don't want to leave them out. That's not fair to them. Okay, clicking on this. That's wonderful. I'm going to go live to Facebook right now. Great. Lynn Peterson made a donation. Thank you so much, Lynn. That's very nice of you. We really do appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, I'm about to go live on Facebook, and then I can continue the stream. No notification tonight. I have to restart the program. There we go. Okay, we just went live on Facebook again. We're back. We are all back. Everything is fine. So, all right, let me continue now. So, what I was going to talk about before we were so rudely interrupted by the program was that Botin Kurdistani posted this, and there were a couple posts today about this saying that the Iranian embassy in the Netherlands had been attacked by protesters. Botin Kurdistani, what I was saying, he wrote to me a couple days ago and said, "Hey, check out my site because I've been posting some videos." So I did check out his site, and I saw this. I think I saw this other places too. I'm not sure though. But he claims protesters attacked the Iranian embassy in the Netherlands. Protesters crossed the metal barriers and they threw rocks and eggs at the regime. 8 protesters arrested by Netherlands police. So let's show you this video here that was posted by Botin Kurdistani. Here we go. I have to turn the music off. Sorry, I had to turn the music off because the music might be copyrighted. But you can see it looks like people, that looks like an Iranian flag on that building. So that supposedly is the Netherlands embassy. And people have climbed over the fence and are throwing eggs at the building. There's some police show up, which look like Netherlands police. I believe those are Netherlands police. So that was posted by Botin Kurdistani. And he posted another one too. So he posted this one too, and he said, protesters at Iran's embassy in The Hague, we are going to hit you with the same eggs that the Iranian government has made so expensive. So that reportedly is why they were throwing eggs. It says video credit Samira Gaderi. So let's show you this video real quick. So I gotta get rid of the music. You can see more people throwing things, presumably eggs, at that embassy there. Making sure the sound's working. Wonderful, the sound is working. Now, if this is authentic video, those protesters were inside the gates of that embassy for a little while, throwing stuff. But the other post said eight of them were arrested. Yeah, it looks like they have eggs in that. Well, you'll see a little bag. It looks like they have eggs in that little bag there. And they're eggs. People are taking eggs out of the bag and throwing them at the building, which has an Iranian flag on it. Hey, I wonder if I can confirm that this happened like on the internet. If I search like Iran, embassy, Netherlands, protest. Yeah, so there's articles about it up there. Look. Dutch arrest 8 protesters for attack in Iran embassy. That happened today. 8 people have been detained after they broke into the Iranian embassy and threw projectiles at the building, which seemed to be eggs. Footage on the public broadcaster, they might have been shouting this on the footage we just showed, showed them shouting "Death to the Islamic Republic" in Farsi, climbing the barrier into the embassy compound and hurling what were probably eggs or pebbles at the building. Dozens of protesters staged demonstrations in The Hague and Amsterdam against the Iranian regime on Tuesday. I don't know why it's saying Tuesday. I guess it's just mentioning that. So that happened, and we got to show you that. And, oh, there was one other thing I wanted to show you too. But let me check my messages first. Oh, there was also a protest. I had heard about this protest in Germany, and one of our viewers, Farid Solati, sent this to me. I've seen this reported too, so I'll mention this. So our viewer, Farid Solati, sent me this. This was posted by Babak Tagvi, and it says, today Iranians living in exile protested in front of the hospital where Ayatollah Mahmoud Hashemi Sharudi is now hospitalized in Germany. Sharudi is responsible for execution of tens of Iranian prisoners between 1999 and 2009. I can't confirm any of that stuff. That's what Babak Tagvi says, but I have seen several videos that say they were protesting because this prominent Iranian government person was in Germany, in a hospital there. So let me show you a little of that footage. Okay. And there were some protests. I've seen videos from protests in other countries as well, people sympathetic to the protesters there in Iran. Or maybe they're Iranians who used to live in Iran and now they don't live there anymore. But there were some of those protests going on around the world today and yesterday. Okay, another thing I want to show you, a bunch of things to show you today, was, one other thing that was happening that I saw today was supposedly, so there's this prison called Evin Prison, which is a prison in Tehran, which is it's a notorious prison. I've seen it described as the most notorious prison in Iran, where reportedly there have been a lot of reports in the past that people have been tortured there, prisoners have been tortured there, and reportedly a number of protesters are being held there. And what I've seen today is shots of people who are reportedly family members and of those people being held at Evin Prison for protesting, family members setting up camp outside the prison waiting for their family members to get released, and they've set up tents reportedly outside the prison. So I've seen some videos about that today, and I want to show you that. So here's a post from Farnaz Fasihi, and it says, Iran protests Evin Prison Saturday. People and parents of detainees set up camp tents. So maybe it's other concerned people besides the family members too. But let's look. This is supposedly at Evin Prison in Tehran.
19/10/96 مردم چادر زدن و عده‌ای هم منتظرن که بچه‌هاشون تکلیفشون معلوم شه.
I have a better shot of it actually. Let me show you. Here we go. This is posted by Heshmat Alavi, and it says, today, January 6th, activists say this image shows families of protesters arrested in recent demonstrations staging a sit-in outside Evin Prison demanding their loved ones' release. So there's a photo, and you can see, I don't know if that's a tent there that people are staying under or what that. Oh, I know. You see a tent in the lower right. You do see a tent there. So supposedly that's from Evin Prison. If you have comments or have seen new information about what's going on in Iran, give me a shout on Twitter at Lookner, at Lookner. One more thing I wanted to show you that's been going on is there have been videos coming out the last few days of people writing anti-regime graffiti on the walls in Iran. Seen a bunch of videos like that. So, for example, here's one, for example. Actually, Heshmat Alavi posted a couple of these. Here's one. January 5th, that would be yesterday, Tehran. Protesters write in graffiti, "Death to Khamenei, the supreme leader." That's one on a bus, reportedly. On a wall. Looks the same to me, the writing. I can't confirm it's the exact same in terms of what it says, but it looks the same. That looks like a train stop. And this is more of that. Death to Khamenei, death to dictator. Images on some walls there. And I think there's some shots of people actually when they take video of themselves writing the graffiti. See if I can find some of that for you. Here we go. So for example, like this, we've been seeing more of these videos the last few days. More. Well, I hadn't seen any before, and I've seen in the last few days. Mustafa Mohammadi posted this one, and it says, Iranian brave Balak girl write graffiti on wall, "Death to Khamenei. Iranian boys and girls are thirsting for freedom." It looks like this person meant to say. So let's watch this video. So there you go. All right, did I show you everything I wanted to show you? Okay, I think I hit everything I wanted to show you from my list of things, but at the same time I should do a quick check here. Interesting post I saw I'll show you a couple posts I thought were interesting yesterday from this woman, Mariam Nayeb Yazdi. She is a Canadian activist. I believe she's Persian. I can't be sure about that, but she's Canadian activist. But she's been posting about the protests, and one thing she said is, she said the U.S. government and other world governments use the Iran protests for their own political interests. So far, we've only seen support for the Iranian people in the form of words, but no concrete action in support of human rights. Then she also says, words are great, but how much do they help Iranians or affect their situation for the better without concrete action? For example, U.S. can give a few $1 million to VPN providers and grant Iranian IP addresses exclusive access to the VPNs. This is a concrete action. VPNs help people get around restrictions on the internet. I believe if you have a VPN, I'm not fluent in all of this, but it allows you to mask where your internet is, virtual private network, is that what it is? But a VPN allows you to mask where you're signing on from, so that so when you use a VPN, you could be in Iran and still access the internet, even if the government was trying to block the internet of everybody in Iran. That's the general idea in my very basic understanding of all this. But she also says this. I mean, she's saying she wants, it would be good if the U.S. government could provide money to VPN providers to grant Iranian people access to them. And she says this was an interesting point, which I hadn't seen before. She said VPNs to get around the internet blocks are being sold in Iran by various Iranian companies, and they're not necessarily safe, as we can't fully trust the providers and whether or not the Iranian regime is monitoring them. The U.S. government could help Iranians access more secure VPNs. So what she's saying is happening is there's Iranian companies selling Iranians these VPNs, which supposedly allow them the access to the internet. But she's saying it's possible some of these Iranian government companies are just working with the government, and that you buy a VPN from them and you're like, hey, I can go on the internet now and talk about the protests. And actually what's happening is the VPN company is monitoring what you're doing and letting the government know about it. So that was just an interesting point I saw. Okay, well, I think we're pretty much caught up on the big things that have been coming out of Iran the last couple days. It's so hard to tell exactly what's going on there, but we're trying to cover it as best we can and show you a sampling of what's been coming out of there. But we'll see. No one really knows what's going to happen there. And as I said, it's possible that the protests have died down a bit because of a lot of security being out there and because the cutting down on the internet and stopping the messaging apps from working. But what happens in a month when if they turn the internet back on and they turn these messaging apps back on and the security levels come down? Do they just go protest again? So a lot of uncertainty about what's going on there. Also, uncertainty about exactly how many people they've arrested, how those people are being treated. It's not clear how many people have been killed in the protests. The government has admitted that some people got killed, but it's a lot of unclarity there. So we'll keep doing the best we can to report to you on what's going on there. But whether or not people are protesting, I'm certain that the people who were protesting, if they're not protesting now, are still dissatisfied. I don't think they're suddenly happy about what's going on in the situation in Iran. So it bears watching. All right, I'm going to do a last check and make sure I've gotten to all your comments here. I believe I have. All right, so I think we're going to wrap up the stream now. Appreciate all of you guys joining us for this latest update about what's going on in Iran. Subscribe to us on YouTube and click the notifications bell. So I know you didn't get one tonight, but hopefully in the future you'll get notifications about when we're coming on the air for live breaking news videos and live coverage like this. Also, you can follow us on Facebook at Right Side Broadcasting. On Twitter, we are at RSB Network, at RSB Network. I am on Twitter at Lookner. That is at Lookner. And LOOKNER, I post about news all the time. So breaking news and Iran news I'll post about too if I'm not on the air. So you can follow me there. And thank you to people who donated. We really appreciate that. Your donations are what allows Right Side to exist and allows us to be on the air and cover Iran this way. So if you want to donate, if you want to support us, go to the YouTube video chat right next to the broadcast. Go to the bottom of it and click on the $sign at the bottom of the video chat. Or you can go to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. Again, you guys keep us on the air. It's your donations that allow us to do this. And you can even get free stuff like this Right Side mug by setting up a monthly donation at rsbn.tv/donate. Thank you. Big thanks to the moderators for moderating tonight. JC, Webster, Guinevere. Thank you. Lynn Jean. Thank you to everybody who sent me stuff. Thank you, Patrick Hostis, for sending those videos in, and everybody else who sent me updates and comments. And thank you for people saying thanks in the chat room. We got Light Switch is there, Elysia is there, GM. Stay Patriot is there, Ann Camaro, Lucas History B, Davey Boy, YouTube 13, Linda Hull. Martin Marbles. Martin, I just told you how to get the coffee mug. Let's see here. I see Jabbery is there in the chat room. Ender GG is there. Lucas Adam, thank you, Lucas Adam. I'll give people a second because whenever I say goodbye and thanks to people in the chat room, there's a bit of a delay on the chat. And then right as I'm getting off, people say, no, thank you, good night. So I want to say thanks to Penny Bowden is there. Penny, hello. Bass Cannon. And we will come on, we will definitely come on later this weekend if breaking news is happening, so keep an eye out. And if you haven't watched it, we did carry President Trump's impromptu news conference today, and we did a post show for that, so you can watch that if you want to. It's posted on YouTube, on Right Side Broadcasting, our page on YouTube. So if you want to see President Trump's impromptu news conference from today, go to our YouTube page and watch it. Thanks, Zizor, Sunshine, 9 Fathoms, Penny. Penny likes my clothing today. Well, that's nice. Better than not liking it. German name, thank you. German girl, sorry. All right, we're going to wrap this up right now. Thank you guys for joining us. We will keep you posted about what's going on in Iran and everywhere else in the world to the best we can. But for now, this is Steve Lookner. From all of us here at Right Side Broadcasting, we hope you have a great night and a great rest of your weekend, and we will see you very soon.